Hello. For today's video, I'll be showing you my 2-strand twist out routine. These are the products that I'll be using through the entire video. Let's follow along. I already had pre-sectioned my hair into bantu knots just for easy access and convenience. First thing that I'm doing is applying some coconut oil throughout my hair. The amount that I'm using is less than a dime size. Again, this step is optional. You do not have used it with the cream, which is the second step in my case. It is more than enough. So you're going to use your index finger as your guide to dividing it into the 2 strands that it's supposed to be. You're going to overlap the bottom strand with the top strand, just as I'm doing here. So bottom strand with the top strand. And as you're doing that, just remember to do a little finger coil as I'm doing here. So again, bottom strand with top strand. And you can use your index finger as a guider to kind of swoosh or scoop the top strand into the bottom one. The last thing you're going to do is you're going to try and finger coil those ends, just as I'm doing here. And then you're just going to keep going. Again, it's trial and error. It is tedious to begin to learn this, but once you get it, you got it. And after that, you're golden. It is very simple once you get it. And the size of the twist, it's really optional. As of now, I liked to do it small because it is more cohesive if I'm trying to just keep it in for a little bit and then take them out. So it is up to you. Totally optional as far as size, as far as products. Again, you can easily do it just with cream. It'll be the same results as if you were not doing it with coconut oil. So with your index finger, you're going to use it as your guider to break the strand into 2. You're going to overlap the bottom strand with your top strand. And you're going to use your index almost as a guider when you're going it through. So bottom strand with top strand. And again, your index is just as a guider, like a cursor to kind of swoop it under. And your other fingers you can use as a holder as you're going it under. Again, it takes a lot of practice, but once you get it, you got it. And once you got it, you're golden. And for the ends, you're just going to finger coil them so you can keep them tucked in and in place to give them that little finger coil shape when you take them down. And again, just work yourself through. Bantu knots make it easy because it takes your hair out of your face without having to use an excess of clips on your hair. I have a lot of hair, so this works out for me. As of my current holy grail, and the reason why I want to get back to coconut oil is because this is the product that I've been using and it's been working miraculously for me. My hair, it's very dull and very bristle, and it is because I have low porosity hair. Besides coconut oil, you can always try jojoba, almond, etc. But as of for me, coconut oil helps with my retention of moisture. It has a smaller molecular size, which helps me retain more moisture. It also helps soften my hair. Again, my hair, just as it is very dry, very coarse, very thick, very bristle, and it helps tremendously with getting it soft. It adds an extra layer of shine at everywhere that I use it. And plus, it has antimicrobial and antifungal properties. The first part of the video, you see that I have a little white spot of my sideburns on my left side over there, and that is the little dandruff that literally makes my life a little impossible. But it does help with the prevention of it, and it minimizes the excess amount that I have. As of cons, because not everything is as beautiful as I would like them to seem. It can weigh down your hair. For me, I personally don't mind it. I have a lot of hair and a lot of it, so I personally do like that it weights it a little bit down. And second, it can cause a bit of buildup. I personally have not seen any buildups as of yet. I'm fairly new to using coconut oil to my routine, but it is something that I'm looking out for. Also, a part that I did not include here is that depending on your weather or where you live, if you do live in a place that has a lot of sunshine, like me, you might want to do an extra protection for your hair and not put as much of an amount of coconut oil. Or try something as scarves or hats to protect your hair from the excess sun rays. Trial and error. You might want to try before you do such a heavy oil as coconut oil. You might want to try some lighter oils like almond oil, or the ones that I previously mentioned. Bam, 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 just like that, you're almost there. Now it's correction time. You're gonna locate the missed spots, and you are going to retwist the unraveled strands. As of there, I am redoing that one strand because I realized it was a little too big, so I made it smaller. And let me tell y'all something. You made it. You made it to the last step. The last step for me is twist and gather. And what I mean by twist and gather, you're going to take each of those two strands that you have done and you're going to give them a little retwist because of that right there that I was pointing at. Your roots have fluffed up. At least always for me, it happens. So I like to retwist it in the direction that your twists are done at and gather them so you can clip them down and settle those roots. As far as time and duration of me doing this hairstyle, I would say a generous 1 hour to an hour and a half. And I already hear you all in the background like an hour and a half, you're crazy. Beauty takes time. Braiding hair takes time. If you do not think that doing a twist takes time, you're so wrong. I'm gonna just leave you there. And if you think about it, with this hairstyle, you're winning. You do not have to go to a salon when you're most likely gonna spend half of your day waiting to just be serviced, and then throughout the service, it's another probably 2 hours. You're doing this at the comfort of your home. You're taking them down whenever you want. The reason why you want to make sure you are twisting in the same direction that you have twisted previously is because you will end up with unraveled twists. And this is the example right here. You're gonna know because it's gonna start opening, and you're gonna be like, oh, well, that doesn't feel right. So that's a good tip for you to know if you're actually twisting in the right direction. And again, just clip it down and you've made it. That's it. I let it air dry, but it is optional for you to use a hooded air dry. This is my back, a little straight line, a little crooked, just like me. But that is it, folks. Again, I let it air dry, and if you do not have the time, it is always optional to use a hooded hair dry. I would make a link in the bottom so you all can check the products that we used and some of my recommendations as well. And that is it, folks.